So out of a desire to create a space for non-Maroons to learn and benefit from Indigenous culture, a group of young Maroons and other Indigenous descendants in Jamaica have been working on a new educational initiative, well, several actually. Alex Moore-Minott joins us now to tell us more. He's actually the former, is it Foreign?
Foreign Affairs
Minister with the Akampong Maroons.
Foreign
Good morning.
yeah.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Yeah, man, thanks for having me.
Good to have you. Good to have you. Former, because you tell us you've stepped aside to deal with some other matters, but you found this project, including this project. So give us a high level of the project. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, well, straightforward, the Boston Bendt Project. So Boston Bendt was a great man, very great man, but not known to us. He was from Jamaica, and he was exiled to Suriname to be a slave in Suriname. And while he was there, he realized that there were free people in the Amazon jungle. So he left from his captivity, so-called plantation, and joined the Okanisi Maroon tribe in the Amazon jungle. They took him in, and because he was able to read and write very well at a high level, they asked him to represent their issues and problems to the Dutch colonizers. So he started to act as their ambassador. So, you know, it was a good friend of mine in Paramaribo, capital of Suriname, that said that he saw the spirit of Boston Bendt in me and what I was doing. And he advised me to look deeper into that man and to, you know, possibly name a project after him, his honor and his name. So that's what we set out to do. And to honor him, we said the best way is to work on indigenous and tribal diplomacy. And what do I mean by that? Well, just us as tribal people working together without any intermediary. And we felt that because of his history, Boston Bendt, he didn't start out as a Maroon in Jamaica, right? We believe that his story also shows that our people have always taken in people who are considered not Maroons and have always taught them and have always embraced them with love and affection. And he really showed what it means to really, you know, be passionate about something and to be passionate about education. So
what's his name?
Boston Bendt.
Boston Bendt, or Adiako Benti Basitan.
Okay.
That was the name, that was the name that the Okanisi Maroons gave him. But the British people knew him as Boston Bendt.
Yeah. So you've hooked up with the folks in Suriname?
Yes, we have. And that was totally independent. You know, the wonders of Facebook and modern technology and all of that, you know, we were able to just, you know, send a personal message to someone and explain where we're coming from and what we're trying to do. And the reception was amazing.
Yep.
Hey,
You know,
Alex,
they were so heartened.
do you think we kind of understand the regional connections that we have in terms of this particular, what you call the Maroon now, tribe in Jamaica? Because now you're working with this Maroon tribe nation in Suriname. Do we understand the scope and the reach and where they are and the impact?
Well, that's the whole plan behind the project. As I see the picture that you put up, so our partners, they have managed to build or begin building quite a few brand new schools in the interior.
Wow.
And education is key to what we are doing. Our partners shared a vision with us that without education, our people wouldn't be able to move forward. So they have been pushing hard in order for us to understand ourselves first through a culturally appropriate education and understand what it means to relate to other people. And then we can truly embrace those similarities and those links that you speak of.
Yeah. Speaking of similarities, Alex, is a Maroon, or are Jamaican Maroons very different from a Surinamese Maroon?
And that was what was so interesting, because we discovered that, especially with the Okanisi nation or tribe of Maroons in Suriname, we discovered that we have the same sort of folklore, we speak the same Cromanti language, and, you know, even the cosmovision, the spiritual outlook, philosophy is pretty much the same. But because they are so far removed from Paramaribo, the capital, hundreds of miles away in the Amazon jungle, they've been able to preserve their culture and have it more intact.
Oh, we don't do that in Jamaica?
Yes, we do. We still, for example, the group that I'm a part of in Rio Grande Valley, the Granny Nanny Cultural Group, has been striving hard to protect and preserve the culture of Nanny's people, Nanny, national hero, you know. But I think that there has not been enough investment in culture, especially in Maroon culture. And where there has been investment, I don't think enough effort and planning has been put towards the implementation of preservation programs. So as young people with more time and strength on our hands, we respect our elders, we love them for what they have done, but we're asking them to just pass on the baton so we can run our leg and see how best we can do.
So physically, what are the other objectives? So you started to build out schools in the interior. That's fantastic. What else does the project aim to do? What's your timeline? What's the scope?
Well, the project aims, well, first of all, there's a small group of us here that have been invited, 4 of us have been invited to spend some time in immersion in the marijuana sector of the country, and that's the eastern part of Suriname by the Marijuana River. That's the border between Suriname and French Guyana, right? To spend time with the Okanese Maroons, immerse in the culture, see what they're doing, see how we can help them. That's the first physical objective. We're hoping to do that before the end of the year, if we're able to raise the funds, hopefully by October, November, if possible, creator willing. And our hope,
How are you fundraising?
well, right now we have a GoFundMe. We're
Okay.
trying to reach out to several partners and friends, and we're doing what we can.
Yeah,
But
Alex.
you know, our hope.
Yeah, Simone said at the top of the interview about getting non-Maroons involved. I've said so many
Yes,
times
yeah.
that I'm an older fella and I've never been to a Maroon village in Jamaica. How you get, not necessarily people like me, but look at me.
You've never
I've never been to a village, and I keep saying Simone hasn't either. But how do you get, and so I'm an older person, but how do you get younger people to know about the Maroons, to get them involved, to be inclusive? How do you do that, though?
Well, this is the point of the project. So the first thing is we need to identify the shared roots. What do we have in common? I think we've been dwelling too much on what we have as differences.
Right.
And I think that the ethos of outsider versus insider, Maroon versus non-Maroon, what our elders tell us is that we and the other Jamaicans are 2 sister picnics. But that's a whole other story. But Nanny had a sister, and she is considered the apical ancestress of Jamaican people. And so we need to find a way now to bridge that gap, so that people are proud to say, okay, we have roots that go much deeper than slavery and oppression. Tell us about those roots. Then we can go deeper, so that we can then build a sense of pride. Without origin, without roots, a tree must die.
Yeah. Thank you. Well explained, and I hope it works out. But one of these days, I've been saying this, but one of these days,
that's our third plan.
we are going to go, because I've never been to one. I shall. Yeah, I shall, and we will call
and
it.
Simone can get to me anytime.
Yeah, man. All right, my friend. Blessings.
Thanks,
man.
Alex.
Stay safe.
Respect.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you very much.
Alex Moore-Minott, Maroon political analyst.
So where are we going now? We're going rafting.
Rafting.
We're going on a picnic.
Yeah,
and we're going
to a Maroon village. Yeah, yeah.
It's Maroon, pop, tree.
No, we have to deal with it.
No, where it's
And we have to put a timeline on it also. We
Okay.
can't just say we're going to do it, and 2 years later we say, we're going to do it, man. So
and we need to tell these folks about our World Cup bet
Yeah.
as well
Yeah.
when we come back.
All right, soon come.